Hey everyone, I hope you're all doing very, very good. If you're just doing average, just hang in there. I've been doing kind of average sometimes lately, so I want to talk a little bit about what I think performance means and how important it is. I'm not here to change anyone's mind. I really don't care, but I just want to state my opinion and, I don't know, maybe try to open people's eyes to reality from the bottom level of maybe you should rethink that performance doesn't mean anything compared to smell and stuff. Maybe you should rethink it, or all the way up to maximum, like you got your head up your ass, if you think performance doesn't mean anything. Salud. Obvious reasons, value for money, right? If you buy an expensive fragrance, you can't smell it an hour later. Let's just say 3 hours later, right? 3 hours later. And say you can maybe smell it a little, you dig your nose into it. What kind of value for money is that, right? No one likes to get ripped off. So boom, right there. As opposed to a very inexpensive fragrance, or at least when I bought it. And it just doesn't stop smelling. I mean, you're gonna have to take 2 showers to get it off. And you got some value for money there, That's obvious, right? That's not subjective. Take this beer I'm drinking. People can say they like non-alcoholic beer, and that's fine. I like the taste of it. But no alcohol, no performance, a lot of people would say too. And what's performance? Intoxication. Having people or you intoxicated by your fragrance, by the perfume. Someone being intoxicated, your partner, when they smell you, and spirits, right? So non-alcoholic, no performance, no passion, no intoxication, but flavor, yeah. So that's an extreme. I just thought of that when I'm drinking here. But so just bring a decant, right? And spray yourself every 40 minutes when you go to the men's room or something like that. Because it's not gonna, 4 hours later or 3 hours later, you're not gonna be able to smell it, and it's a great scent. It's a great scent. Well, bringing decants is a great idea, and a lot of people do it. It's easier to do with inexpensive fragrances, right? Very expensive fragrances. Bringing a decant, that's you don't want to do that. But bringing a decant is a great idea. But if performance don't matter, then why do it, right? And then just roll the dice, and you can't smell it an hour and a half later or 2 hours later. Well, you smelled it when you applied it, right? So that's good enough. Obviously, that's not. It's asinine thinking. It's asinine logic. And just say that you are not a minimalist, but you wear frags only for yourself, right? Which a lot of people do, or they think they do. The hell is that good if you can't smell it an hour and a half later? You want to say, compare that to being able to smell it 8 hours later at the end of your workday. How much more fun or enjoyable is that, or joyful? Infinite, right? Compared to you can't smell it an hour and a half later or 50 minutes later, right? So I don't see how anybody can argue against that kind of stuff. This is a very expensive fragrance. You can smell it like a day and a half later. That's pretty good. You know, getting good value for money, so you don't have to use as much, right? Just use a little bit and make this last longer, make this last for a decade. So, well, I don't see how you can argue against that. This thing right here, if it had no performance, do you think it would have lasted as number one for 100 years or whatever? When a woman sprays this on at the beginning of the evening and goes out dancing or to dinner or to an event with her lover or her husband, and then 7 hours later, 6 hours later, they go back to their house in their room, and this is a skin set or more. That matters that it's still there, right? You don't want it projecting as a beast by then, right? Because you're not in the outside social situation. But when the guy's holding the woman close and making love to her, and he smells Chanel No. 5, it makes her happy. That's the purpose of this stuff, that it's still there. At the end of the evening, when she takes off everything, maybe even her jewelry, but she can't. This is still on her. You can't take this off. I mean, the woman even takes off her clothes. She's naked, but she still has Chanel on, or Dior on, or Guerlain. So how can you argue against that? How can that be the same as not being able to smell it? So that's a load. That's a load of horse hockey. That performance doesn't mean anything compared to smells. Like if it smells great, yeah, if it smells great, but it's very, very fleeting. It's not worth that much if that's the case, So, especially when you're paying dozens and dozens and dozens of dollars, or hundreds of dollars. So how can you argue against that? I mean, go ahead and think that. It's fine. I'm not, but I'm telling you what I think really means, where the rubber hits the road in the world. What performance is very important, and you work hard for your money. So that's all I wanted to say. Because I hear this now and then, that it doesn't matter. And performance means longevity and sillage and projection. So it matters a great deal. So that's all I wanted to say. I'm not getting too passionate about it or whatever. It's kind of obvious. So anybody ever says that, or you hear that in a comment, just think to yourself, or just comment back, it's a load of bollocks. That's it.